My name is Marilyn, and I'm so happy you're here with me tonight as I get to share and inspire individuals to be creative and in turn share those creations with others. My name is Marilyn, and Spruce Grove, Alberta is where I reside, and I'm so happy to be here with you. I had a great craft class this afternoon with some wonderful ladies, and I was so happy to just be able to stay inside because it was snowing here again today. I understand that maybe it has quit now for the evening. I'm not sure if it's going to snow tomorrow, but what can you do? We're in Alberta, and that's what happens. So I welcome you back if you've been here before. And if you've never been here, welcome. Please invite your friends. We have so much fun with doing these sessions and doing our monthly crafting. I do a monthly Christmas card class, which was today, and I'll show you what we made later in the video. And I also do just a monthly card club. And I've been asked if I would do a one sheet wonder club as well. So that may be happening. I have to just look at my schedule and see if that can happen. And we always have such a good time. There's no charge to come on Zoom if you just want to come to the class and get the cutting instructions prior. If you do want a PDF, I do charge $10 for those. So keep it in mind, and everybody is always welcome. So I see some people are coming on, so I'm going to switch the camera to my desktop and we will get started. I have what I think is a real cute Easter card to share with you tonight. If I can hit the right buttons, you'll get there. So this is my desktop, and starting yesterday, you could order the paper pumpkin from March to April 10th. And it has a really cute lawn chair. It looks like it's getting ready for summer. Relaxing water slide. And it also comes with, or no, it doesn't come with, but you can get attached as well is a die set. And that's Stampin' Up! Has been doing that for the last little while, where for 3 months, the kits go with the die set. So you can buy them anytime. This piece goes with April, this piece goes with May, this piece goes with June. So if you buy it now, you've got it for all three, right? So keep that in mind, and I don't think you can read it, but I will just let you know this one for April has 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs with coordinating envelopes, pre-cut paper pieces, and enamel pebble embellishments, stamp set tailored to male recipients, and it goes with Balmy Blue, Misty Moonlight, Old Olive, Peaceful Pine, which is a new color, Pecan Pie, and Pool Party. So these kits have become more and more popular and get better and better. So hello, everyone. I see you coming on and chatting. I love seeing that. So just keep our great community going. So I will try and watch to answer questions if you have them. And if not, I will come back and read them afterwards and make sure that you get your answers. So this is my sample card, and it opens this way, and it opens this way, and it opens this way. So I thought it was really a cute card to share with lots of room for writing if you want, or even pictures or more designer paper if you'd rather. And I had a little bit of problem with it. You can maybe see I've got an extra fold in here because I did not cut my paper right to begin with. So we chatted about that today in my Christmas card class, that we have to read the instructions and understand and cut them properly. So I'm hoping what I've got cut for tonight is going to be correct. So I see Ines and Betty and Pam and Sharon and Linda. Good to see you. So I have, this is a card that was shared by Connie Stewart with Simply Simple Stamping. And she always gives measurements and a video. So that's what I used for this card. I am using Reason to Celebrate for Easter. I've got Happy Easter on mine. And I used the dies from Beautifully Celebrated because they're layering dies. And I used the new embossing folder, Stone and Vine, for the background piece, which I can show you right now. You can probably see how detailed it is. It's great. You could color on top of it. You could sand it, not on white very well, but you could sand it if you used a color and it would show great detail. So I have, to begin with, I'll give you the measurements. And like I say, Connie Stewart did them. So if you can't remember them here, you can certainly find them there. It is a sheet that is 8 by 5.5. And I cut it right. You score it at 1/2 and 3 3/4, and that gives you a 4 1/4 here, so it will fit your envelope. And that's what I did not do right on that other one. So I'm going to fold it. So as my mother used to tell me when I was sewing, don't try to understand it, just do what it says. So don't try and understand what I'm doing, just do it. Hello, Marie. Good to see you all here. So this is going to be this way. Then I have 2 pieces of this designer paper, and I am using Easter Joy specialty paper. So one side of it does have gold on it. And as you can see on this one, there's a little bit of gold in each of these. And on the eggs, these pieces I'm using, these were cut apart sheets that were included as well. And I couldn't figure out how to use them that way, so I thought I'll use this side. So those pieces are 3 1/4 by 3 3/4, so they're not quite square. I have another piece of this with a fold at 1/2 inch, and that's going to make the one flip out piece. And because this paper is going over it, I cut my background for my greeting from there. So those will go on there. And they go like that. Then I have 2 more pieces of coordinating DSP that are 5 1/4 by 3, and those are going front and back here. And then I have a piece of gold ribbon that's retired, but I think it goes better than the actual green that I had to do with Shy Shamrock, one of the retiring colors. So just a reminder, if you haven't already, if you've got these retiring ink pads, please make sure that you get your ink refill to go with them. I lost here it is. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I've got this going the right orientation and glue it on. The outside edges only, because I've got that hole cut in the center. But I do have it on my silicone mat. How many of you have a silicone mat that you use for things like this? I don't think I could live without it. So, Marie from Grimshaw, are you getting snow there? I saw that Betty is still getting snow in Calgary. We had snow here today. Kathy, who was with us, had snow in Fort Saskatchewan. Yeah, it's kind of all around us. And I did hear from a friend of mine who has gone to visit her friend in Red Deer, and they had lots of snow there. So it's still here. So once that is on there, I'm going to make sure I attach it the right direction. I want it like that. I'm going to attach it on here and then put my other papers inside to cover this edge up. So I want adhesive along here. You could use tear and tape. One thing that Connie Stewart mentioned with it was do not try and use your stamp and seal because it somehow doesn't want to stay when you've got this piece opening and closing. So use a strong adhesive. Yeah, you have 3 silicone mats and use all of them all the time. Good for you. Yes. Ines, is that 15 inches of snow you said today? My goodness. You really still have winter, if that's the case. Then I'm going to put these on either side here. And it's just for decoration. Again, you have a choice. You could put whatever designer paper you're working with, or if you want to do something else, you could certainly do that. But even for 3-inch, because it's 3 inches, you could use 6x6 paper if you wanted to. And again, like I said, if you're on Facebook, you can only, yes, Ina says, it was 15 inches of snow. Holy smoke. So there is my front and back of the flap and my front and back of this. And before I go any further, because I made it wrong last time, I'm going to make sure that that will fit in my envelope. And it does. So it pays to measure right. This piece, half-inch piece here, just gets folded back and glued. And I thought, first of all, oh, I can cut that off. And then when I looked at it, and I'll show you while I'm waiting for this to dry, and sometimes like to do this with it. Let's just put a block on it. When your card is together, that piece actually gives you a piece of decoration along there. And I thought that was a great thing for it. Also, while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to put my greeting together, which will be with dimensionals. And we always, in our classes, have quite the discussion about should we use dimensionals, shouldn't we? In my Christmas card classes, quite often, I do not use dimensionals because for some reason around Christmas time, they seem to measure the cards a lot more or something. And chances are more chance of you having it returned because it's too thick to go through that almighty slot, right? So these label dies, like I say, are from that new set, and that one's still not straight. Too far on one side. But as we quite often comment in classes as well, people complain they just don't get a card again next time. That's better. So this is the smallest and the next smallest. It's still not stuck. Maybe because it's on kind of a foil paper. Or maybe I didn't push it down enough. But so then, not handy. I did not cut the other piece. I was too busy. No, I just got the envelope there. Well, lucky I have my tools right here beside me. I need a piece that is 4 inches wide by 10 and 1/2 long. So again, 10 and a half, don't cut it 11 or it will be too big. And I saved that piece. Do you guys save that piece too? And score at 5 1/4 on the inside. Score, not cut. Our Stampin' Up! Trimmer is perfect for doing both. So with my card classes that I'm mentioning, they're always in my newsletter. So if you're not on my newsletter list, please subscribe. And I will always put information in there about the classes I'm going to have, whether they're monthly or whether they're just once in a while. So I'm going to glue that down so that it will open this way. And question for you. Do you like to create along with me on these Thursday night lives, or would you rather just watch and create later? Let me know. I'm always looking for ways to improve our time together. And I decided, and Connie had mentioned as well, she used a different embossing folder, but just this white is just too plain, or you might think you want to write on it. So I'm going to put an embossed layer. And I use liquid glue on the embossed layers because they're rough and it does hold a bit better. No upside down or right side up or anything on this particular embossing folder. And if you wanted, you could, of course, stamp inside on this particular one. Gail's there. She enjoys watching. So does Sharon. And so does Betty. Okay, we'll keep doing that. On this one, I did put a piece of paper along here because I happen to have it. I don't have another one of those, so I'm not going to for that. It's going to go like this. And this is going to go on it. And I am going to put a ribbon on. And I can see by the way that's popping up, I might have to put my glass block on it for a while. But there is our Easter card that will fit in the envelope. And I do have paper to decorate my envelope. So I will do that next. And I've seen lots of great ideas for the envelopes recently, using embossing folders, using designer paper like this, stamping. I got some cards I'm going to show you here in a minute from Card Swap. Thank you, Pam. I did get your card. And I loved the stamping and coloring that you had on your envelope. So there's no right or wrong on how you decorate your envelope. Just whatever works for you. And there's kind of a standard joke in our crafting Friday Zooms that we do, which you're also welcome to join if you're not already. Others volunteer to teach. I run the Zoom, and we just have so much fun together. There's laughter, there's enjoying each other's company, whether you want to just come for visit or if you want to come and make with us. I do send out the that didn't work. Different color on the back. I send out the instructions for Friday Zoom on Thursday morning, so you do have time to cut the pieces if you want to craft along with us, and most of the time we do. And our one tomorrow, Linda's going to show us how to make a holder for a Kit Kat bar, and you'll be happy to know, Linda, I went and bought my Kit Kat bar. I have one, so I'm going to be able to put it in there right away. Don't know if I'll leave it there or eat it. I can't quite. So I'm going to leave that yet and see if it's going to lay down that. So then once you put your designer paper on there, you can just cut around. It's a 6-inch length by 2.5 is what I usually do for this. And if you're short of paper, I don't know who would be short of designer paper from all of us that I've met along the way. Somehow we always have more paper. And I will eventually go back to making envelopes, probably not with this kind of paper. It's quite thick, but I have an envelope punch board that I make envelopes with, and it works really well. So I'm going to attach this bow just for a bit of color using a glue dot. Always looking for ideas for Easter. Yes, Betty. And Linda, yes, I'll try not to eat my chocolate bar before tomorrow. It is tempting though, because Kit Kat is one of my favorites. So, but I'm so excited that you're going to do that for us. So there is our Easter card. I have a few other Easter cards made with this paper. It was so suited for Easter cards with just using a piece of paper, a piece of the designer paper. You didn't have to do hardly anything else with it. So I hope that you got some and that you enjoyed using it. So there's the card, opens that way, and here is your surprise. So that's that card. This is the other one in the blues, not the greens. And this is the card last week. First of all, let me go there. I went to buy my chocolate bar and left the store without it. Well, at least that way you won't eat it before tomorrow. This is what I made last week, and I'm sorry, but I'm not going to give that to whoever won the draw. I think I'm going to use that for my great grandson's birthday. But I will give this one, which is done with the same paper with the little ants. And Rhonda C., you are the winner for that one, so it'll be in the mail to you. I do believe I have your address. If not, I'll reach out to you. And then I want to share these cards with you. Some from today, some from our team swaps. This is one that, see, I did an envelope there too. Kathy taught us last week in our Zoom with friends. And again, great way to use all kinds of smaller pieces of DSP. So thank you, Kathy. This card is from Pam from our team swap using bug paper, as I call it. I think it's called sweet bug paper. It's a book fold here, but look at what you get inside. It opens this way, it opens this way, and opens back this way. Isn't that neat? Such a great way. I don't know, Pam, but I certainly would have had trouble remembering where to cut and where to fold. Great card. And if you can tell, she's got Wink Stella on here and on some of the other pieces inside. So thank you, Pam. So glad that arrived. This one is from Heidi on my team. And this is another specialty paper that has gold in it. And she's cut various pieces, but they all fit together. And a great card there. And these are what we did in Christmas card class today using something, can't remember the name of the paper, but it's the golden, silver, and black. So just cut some strips, put it on. Most of these cards today were quite easy. This one used a punch, and I think it was Kathy didn't have this punch, but she used a different one, similar shape, worked well. And this one is a bit of a Z fold that tucks in behind a small card that you can put your greeting on and write. Or if you have more message to write, there's always the back of it. So some great cards there. Thank you, ladies, for joining me. And I hope more of you will join again and again, because we do have a great time crafting together, chatting, getting to know each other. And I love it. It's my special time each week when I get to do that with you. So thank you so much for joining me. Let me know if there's anything you would like me to try, find how to make. Betty did give me a couple suggestions today that I'm looking into, and we'll just keep crafting and having lots of fun together. Hopefully you'll join me. Take care now. Bye.